Good morning, everybody. We are in Skagway, Alaska today. I'm having some issues with my vlog from yesterday, so hopefully that gets up. I had to delete like a bunch of stuff on my computer, but I think I fixed it. We are here all day long. I think we leave around like 5:30 for our next destination, which isn't until we are at sea all day tomorrow on Wednesday, and then Thursday we're going to British Columbia, Canada. So that should be exciting. But today is going to be a really exciting day because we are taking the White Pass Railway to go see some sled dogs, and I believe the Yukon Gold. I'm not really sure how this all works, so I'm going to take you guys with me and you guys will see because I have no idea. But I do know that we have a very long train ride today, and hopefully we make it back on time because the ship does not wait for people. I do know that. It is a pretty overcast day. It kind of looks like it wants to rain. Rain might be coming in here right now. I'm not really sure. But it's a beautiful day in Skagway, Alaska.
Beautiful building. It's actually a restaurant, and this is the best place to find seafood in town for any of you who love seafood. They have fish and chips, some king crab there, as well as a few weeks ago I had what's called a mermaid burger, and it's some fresh halibut on a bun, and the halibut was caught the morning that I ate it over in Haines, Alaska. So all of the fish there is really fresh, really good. And I definitely recommend that place. And as far as any recommendations, if you need any, feel free to ask.
Too fun to run a campsite now.
And these buses are waiting at the train tracks for the train to come through. If you can see these train tracks here on your right, they lead all the way up the mountain into Canada. And we have 6 different trains that come out of Skagway. There's actually a train coming through on your right. Here in Skagway, we have about 900 to 1,000 people who live here annually, so it's pretty small. In the summertime, the number grows to 2,500 people, so more than doubles. And that's because there's a lot of people who come in seasonally during the summertime. They like to come and work. And also there are people who drive their trailers into Skagway and park here and live here for the summer. I am seasonal, yep. Good question. So I'm actually from Utah. I'm going to college in Utah. And I just wanted to come on an adventure. So I heard about this Alaska job and just took a chance. And because of that train, we do have a lot of train tracks. The train isn't open year-round anymore. There hasn't really been a need for that snowplow. Here on your left, we have the Red Onion Saloon. This was an original saloon and brothel back in the late 1800s. And has really great pizza there now. Here on your left, this is the Arctic Brotherhood Fraternity. Got about 8,000 pieces of driftwood on that building. That is the most photographed building in Skagway. And has anybody heard of the author Jack London?
Yes.
Okay, so his favorite saloon back in the late 1800s was the Mascot here on your right. This is now a museum. And a fun fact for you, Skagway had about 38 saloons in the late 1800s. All of those saloons have magically turned into jewelry stores somehow. If you look around us, we've got a lot of jewelry stores in town. And on your left, this is the heart of Broadway. And this blue building used to be called Deadman's. And in the late 1800s, it was first served as a place for miners to take baths. It was 50 cents for clean water, 25 cents for dirty water. And soon on your right, we have the Skagway hardware store. It's this big pink building. This is the Walmart of Skagway. And their motto is, if we don't have it, you don't need it. Because the next Walmart is 2.5 hours away in Whitehorse. So, and soon on your left, we have the Cone Company, where they serve ice cream, candy, and fudge. And a fun fact about the Cone Company, well, Alaska actually consumes the most ice cream per capita in the United States. And here on your right, this is Kermsey's Curios, and if you look up on the mountain to your right, clear up there, there is the original ad for Kermsey's Curios. That was painted in the late 1800s. It is repainted every year. Kermsey's used to be a gift shop back in the late 1800s, and it now is an antique store as of 2 years ago. And that skate park was donated by Holland America Princess Cruise Line. And it's a convenient place for the skate park because the health center is just down the street. So that's nice. And here on our left, we also have the gym. This is Skagway's Rec Center. And this is where people will go to play basketball, it's Zumba classes, yoga classes. Personally, I like the yoga classes. The teachers are trained from all over the world in places like Thailand. And so it's really informative and really an interesting class. This is the health center on our right on 14th Avenue. And there are 3 nurses there. They're really well trained, really good staff. But we don't have any doctors anywhere in Skagway. We don't have a hospital here. And the last baby to be born was 30 years ago here in Skagway. Yep. So women who are pregnant during the last few weeks of their pregnancy, they move to either Juneau in Alaska or Whitehorse in Canada to give birth to their baby. Here on our left, this is our only gated community in town. This is our trailer park. This is where people come and drive into Skagway and park for the summer, $900 a month. On our right, we have the fire department and police department, and this is about 2 years old.
Soon, 10 to 12,000 calories. If you and I wanted to match that, we would have to eat 40,000 calories, or 72 Big Macs, or 50 pizzas. Sounds kind of like your cruise ship experience.
Yeah, for sure. You might not see me, but I'll be down here. You should be able to hear me over the speakers. So it's a very popular area back here. All right, welcome everybody. Can you guys hear me on the speakers? I know it's kind of windy, but anyway, hey guys, welcome, folks. My name is Matt.
You will.
And but anyway, I'm gonna roll through a little spiel.
Hi, puppy.
That add up to many hours.
Hi.
And but anyway, we're gonna do our demonstration. Other side of the fire hydrant. Okay, so she'll stop. Why don't you guys come on up here? Found that on Craigslist. Craigslist for $200 just for that.
Hey, Jet.
Okay, hold it. Tell it how cute it is.
Are only valuable to the breeder, the owner, the musher that has the, So
they don't breed them for
it's like
purchase.
you know, it was a planned breeding. There's the mom. She'll Emeralds. I'll turn her loose. Her name is Snap, and
Okay,
and
pass it to this guy.
It was a planned deal with Snap, and then of course the father, who is not here. She has not run the itinerary yet. Like if you got real little ones like that, you can just sit down, and you can just put the pups in their lap.
Trash is sent up to this incinerator and burned. Recycling is also a little bit complicated. We don't have a place to recycle in Skagway. So we have to drive all of our recycling up to Whitehorse every couple of weeks, which is 2.5 hours away. That's the closest
to the train.
So we are now entering what is called the Tormented Valley. And you may notice it's a little bit foggy, foggier than Alaska. And it's called the Tormented Valley because of how harsh the winter is here and how harsh the weather is really in general here. And if you'll notice that a lot of these trees around us are pretty small. That's because the soil isn't very good for those trees to grow very big and strong. But don't be fooled, a lot of these trees are over 100 years old.
We are now in Canada.
So these guys have the same tag as these,
Oh, 100.
Yep, 100.
All right, welcome aboard the White Pass and Yukon Route Railroad. Sit back and relax as you get ready for an exciting trip on our historic narrow gauge railroad. We will be experiencing some breathtaking scenery and get to relive those chaotic days when thousands arrived on Skagway's shores to begin an arduous 600-mile trek to the Klondike, where they dreamed that they would strike it rich. This railroad was initially built to help those eager gold seekers transport their supplies to the gold fields, and then it became a northern transportation empire. Today we will be following those stampeders' footsteps as we make our way from Fraser, British Columbia, all the way down to Skagway. We do have just a few items to cover before we get going too far. First off, I'd like to introduce you to our fantastic train crew. Now, our train crew is led by our conductor. His word is law on our train today. And that conductor is Mr. Wade Brown. He is assisted by the brakeman, and that is Steve Washura. And the engineer today, the fellow who is up in those green and yellow engines driving our train, whom hopefully we don't see much of today, that is Chris Williams. Now, my name is Mary, and I'm going to be your narrator today. I am stuck in about the middle of the train, given this tour, but I am joined by three other amazing tour guides. They are Shirley, Eric, and Justin. They'll be coming through your coach cars to meet you, greet you, and to point out a few of the amenities we have on board. Of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, do feel free to stop them and ask them. That's what they're here for.
There's on the news, a huge chill this year.
back down to Skagway.
What do you think about this? Cool?
This is pretty cool. Did you like the dark tunnel? Or did you get scared? Did you? Good.
Hey. I have like the biggest mountain in the city coming in, which is so unfortunate. Hi everyone, we just got back from taking the Sled dog and White Pass. I keep getting this wrong. I should just read it to you guys. The White Pass Scenic Railway, which goes up 2,865 feet on the summit of White Pass. This is the place where the Klondike Gold Rush occurred. Today we're gone from like 11 o'clock until right now. We just boarded, and I think it's like 5. I think we boarded around like 5:15, and we're departing. It's 5:30 now, and we're departing between, I think we're actually like, the engines are on. I think we're getting ready to take off. Cody, my mom, my dad, and Sienna are at a sit-down dinner. I ordered room service for the for Jet and Skylar, just because it's been a really long day. We'll get delirious in a minute, right? Yeah. But I will show you guys what I got. It's pretty much the same thing that I've been ordering. Pepperoni pizza and some pasta and a Caesar salad,
I love pasta.
lemonade, and then a coffee, because you guys know I need my late, or I was gonna say late afternoon, early evening coffee to keep me going until like 9.
Jet, I know where you can keep them. Oh yeah. Okay, don't.
You want to say anything to your grandma?
No, Betty, I'm going to go win every dollar out of that casino tonight. And I'm happy to be on the vlog.
You're gonna get a job.